Hello everyone, welcome back to SEAMRITE Fashion Academy YouTube channel once again. Today is going to be another interesting tutorial on this channel, and it's going to be how to draft a monostrap corset, as you can see right there on the screen. So right now you can see what I have here. I have my full bodice pattern right away, and this is my full basic pattern. So if you don't know how to draft a basic pattern, I have a detailed video on this channel on how to draft a basic pattern. Okay, so you can click on the link and check out how you can draft your pattern effectively. So now I've taken my bust radius. As you can see, my bust radius is the difference I have from the bust point. This is the bust point and this is the under bust point line. So whatever thing you have from the bust point to the under bust, you take it all around. As you can see me take all around right now. So the next thing I want to do for this monostrap, we want to create our neckline. Okay, we are going to divide our neckline. So this is the very first thing you are supposed to do, dividing your neckline and connecting it to the bust point. That I'll also do for this other part, because what we have here is asymmetric. So from here to here, I'm going to divide to get the midpoint, as you can see. So I connect the midpoint back to the bust point right away. All right, so now we will be creating our corset very fast, because the main purpose of this tutorial is not to draft a corset. Okay, for we have been drafting our corset on this channel. So now I would want to come in at the center front neckline. I will come in by 0.5 this time for my corset line, and from here I'll come in by 0.5. So when I open up, I have 1 inch on that line. So I will just extend what I have on that line like this, like that. Okay, that will be the starting point for my corset. So now I'm going to take from the bust point. I want my corset to be exactly on the bust radius. So if that is the case, it means I will take what I have from the shoulder right here. Here you can see I have 7 inches. So at that 7 inches line, I'm going to draw a straight line of 7 inches. That will be the starting point of my corset. So I'll be creating the neckline of my corset right now using my pattern ruler. So you can see from that point where my corset is going to start, I create my neckline, and from here I take it back. I reblend it back, as you can see. So I repeat the same thing. Whatever thing I do on this side, I'm going to do on this side as well. So you can see how I'm placing my pattern ruler. I'll flip it this way and connect right to the armhole. So you can see we've created our corset right now. So the next thing we want to do now is to contour what we have on the upper bust line. Now we have created our neckline. So from this point, this line, I'm going to come in by 0.75, and from this line we come in by 0.75. Here I'm going to connect my line like this, and I'll also connect like that. So I repeat the same thing on this line. Okay, like I said, whatever we do here we'll keep doing here. 0.75, and from here 0.75. So what we are doing is the cup, the upper bust cup, we are trying to contour or tighten it. So we are cutting off everything we have here, and we are cutting off everything we have here. So now it's time for us to create the under bust. So I'll be using this part. This is the center front line. I believe you still remember that is the center front line. So I'll place my tape on the center front and take my under bust circumference divided by 4. This is what I have. The remaining of it, what I have here, I'm going to share ½ inch on this side. Okay, and I'm going to share ½ inch on this side. So it depends on what you have remaining. Okay, so make sure you share them equally, whatever figure you have at that point. So I place my ruler and I connect. I'll also place my pattern ruler and I'll connect. So the next thing we want to do is to bring down what we have here. Okay, we are going to keep our ruler straight and bring down what we have right here. Can you see? So that means we are cutting off all of this as well. So now I'm going to create my cup. So for my corset cup, I'll create it this way. You can see how I place my pattern ruler from this point on the under bust. I will align it like this. I call this cup 1. And then on this part, I'm going to take the measurement of my bust radius. From the bust point, my bust radius is 3.5. I add 0.5 to it because the bust is fuller on this side. So once that is done, I connect from here to here back to the armhole, and I call this cup number 2. So you can see my corset is complete on one part. Okay, so I'm going to repeat exactly what I did here on this part. But before I do that, I would love to show you how you can create that monostrap neckline you are seeing on the screen right there. Of course, it has a turtle neckline. I also have a detailed video on how to make a mandarin collar, okay, as you can see on the thumbnail right there. So after drafting this and sewing, all you need to do is to attach your mandarin collar to it. So for this particular dress, I'm going to come from the natural neckline. I'll come out by 1 inch, and from the center front, I'll come down by 1.5. So I'm going to freehand this because sometimes our pattern ruler does not actually give us what we want. You can see how I freehand it from this shoulder line up to this point while I still have my neckline. Now I'm going to also freehand it to this part as exactly as you see on the screen. That is what we are doing. Can you see that? So all of this is my monostrap neckline. In fact, I'll call it a yoke that has a turtleneck. Okay, so this is the part of the yoke, while this part is the part of the bodice that will be cut out. So that is it, and we are done. So I'm going to create what I have here back on this part, then we'll cut this pattern immediately. So right now you can see we are done. So all you need to do is to draft your mandarin collar and draft the back bodice. The back bodice does not have any problem. The only thing is that since it's asymmetric at this side, at the back, you also come in by 1 inch and have the full shoulder on the other part. That is that. So now it's time for me to cut what I have right here. I'll be cutting what I have on my pattern right now. So you can see that the pattern I have right here, they are the same on the right and on the left. So you actually need to make it the same because what we have here is asymmetric. Okay, so it's a monostrap. Okay, so I'm cutting through the neckline. This is where the natural neckline, where you are going to attach your turtleneck or mandarin collar neckline. So I'm just cutting the armhole line right now, and I'm cutting through the bust accommodation. Okay, so this is what you're expected to have at this point. So now I'll be closing my bust dart. Or before I do that, let me just cut out the yoke. Okay, I call this a yoke because it will later be attached to the corset after sewing the corset. So after sewing the corset right now, I would want to make a mark on where it will be attached. So make sure you have your mark and place a notch on the yoke and place a notch on the corset as well. So now I cut my neckline. Okay, this is the monostrap or a yoke. You can see that. So now I'll just cut what I have now. I want to cut this for you to see the part we need and the part we do not need. So coming over to the cups right now, this is the part we need on the neckline. Can you see? So from here, I'll cut off here, and I'm going to throw away the part we don't need. You see this part? I'm throwing it away. We don't need it. So this is what we have. Okay, so this is what we have, and this is the how it's going to look like. So now I'll concentrate and cut out this cup 1 and cut out the darts for cup 2. Okay, so now I have to close my buzz dart. If I close my buzz dart now, there's going to be a slight shift. So I apply my adhesive right here, right away, and I pick up my buzz dart and close it up. Can you see? So buzz dart has been closed right now. So there's a slight shift right here. So all you are going to do to that is to bring in your pattern ruler and connect it back. Can you see? So it's just a little thing right there. So I'll just cut my cup. Can you see? So I have the first cup and the bodies, and this is what I will be having on this part. So this is what we'll be having. Okay, this will be sewn and the cups will be sewn like this. So now I proceed to the cutting of the other cup, which will be at this part, and then I cut off this. And at this point I'll close my bust dart. So make sure you remember to close your bust dart, very important. So if you want to know why we have a bust dart, okay, please go back to the video on how to draft a basic bodice on this channel to learn more. All right, so I will now cut what I have right here. On this part I have my cup complete. So this is what we have right here, and this is what we have. I would want to keep it like this for you to see the final outlook of this monostrap corset or corset with yoke. So can you see that? So this is the final outlook of it, and this is what you're expected to do. So now you'll be cutting your lining and your fabric together. If you are using a cup, make sure you use your cup size. We've discussed about cup sizes and how to determine it on this channel as well. So if you have been following SEAMRITE Fashion Academy YouTube channel, all these things will not look like a film to you. All right, so that is how we come to the end of this tutorial. I believe you learned a lot from today's tutorial. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe. Turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this each week. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments and suggestions on the description box below. So this is exactly what we'll have for this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.